Got a minute?
No, not for you. I really have nothing more to say.
What if I told you it's looking more and more likely Ihara-san had a hand in Mikoshiba's death?
Well, it doesn't concern me.
Ihara-san believes Mikoshiba tormented Toshiro-kun so, but neither the third-party investigation nor the courts were on his side. So what's the truth here? You know, don't you? What really happened between Mikoshiba and Toshiro-kun? Why won't you tell me the truth?
Why do you keep asking? I said I don't know!
I'm going to the detention center tomorrow to get some answers out of Ihara-san.
What?
I saw where Mikoshiba was murdered. He endured no shortage of cruelty before he died. They tortured him, you know. They broke all his fingers before they slit his throat.
No.
And somehow Ihara-san knew Mikoshiba would be killed on the day he got caught for groping. It's like he did it to prove he had nothing to do with the murder. But maybe that wasn't his real objective at all.
Huh?
I think he wanted to signal that he'd finally avenged his son.
The body belongs to a guy named Hiro Mikoshiba. 4 years ago, this man took my son from me by driving him to commit suicide.
If I'm gonna face him tomorrow, I can't go in without some ammunition. So, 4 years ago, did Mikoshiba bully Toshiro-kun or not? That's all I want to know.
My answer won't change. There's no evidence Mikoshiba-kun did anything wrong.
Are you sure about that? Take a look at this.
That's...
Toshiro Ihara, your student. Imagine that he's listening to what you're saying now. If you can look at him and say Mikoshiba played no part in his death, I'll leave you alone. In fact, you'll never hear a word from me again. So which is it?
"4 years ago, not long after I'd transferred here to teach English. That's when it started. I was trying my best to get acclimated, and I was finally on a first-name basis with everyone. One day, after school, I was out on the roof taking a break, when Toshiro-kun suddenly ran by. I called out to him to ask what was wrong, but he shushed me and kept running. I saw he had a bloody nose. Moments later, Mikoshiba-kun showed up. He was looking for him. I told him I hadn't seen him. Toshiro-kun's face told me everything I needed to know.
So Mikoshiba was bullying him after all.
Yes. Toshiro-kun told me this later on. Whenever he'd leave school with Mikoshiba-kun and his friends, they'd force him to hand over money. At first, they'd try to pass it off as a joke. They said since he lowered the class average on tests, he ought to buy them all drinks as an apology. And Mikoshiba-kun, he was having too much fun with it to stop. He started offering tutoring sessions to Toshiro-kun. Only so he and his crew could extract their tuition from him. They'd even break into his house while his mother was at work and take the money she left him for dinner. And if he couldn't pay, they'd beat him up at school or make him grovel in the bathroom.
Didn't anybody see what was really happening?
The teachers either saw nothing or turned a blind eye. Few students knew about it, though. Anyway, I ended up relaying everything Toshiro-kun had told me to those boys' homeroom teacher. Mind you, this teacher had tenure, title, and years of experience under his belt. Do you know what he told me? He said not to cause a commotion because those boys were about to graduate.
Why does that not surprise me?
To be honest, It was hard to paint such an outwardly model student in a negative light. There was also no hard evidence to support Toshiro-kun's story. But someone still should have stepped in to help. If only I'd understood that at the time. The only thing I tried was to keep an eye out for him, making sure he wasn't alone, things like that. But unfortunately, that wasn't good enough. On the first morning of the 3rd trimester, Toshiro-kun tied a towel to his doorknob and hung himself in his room.
And that's when you confronted Mikoshiba, right? You asked him point blank if he'd bullied him.
I did. Mikoshiba-kun pretended to know nothing. He was more careful, shaken even, from then on. In all honesty, when I heard a third-party committee was investigating, I was hoping the truth would come out. Students were asked to fill out an anonymous questionnaire, and many of them wrote down exactly what they saw.
Hold on. Didn't the court end up declaring there was no substantial evidence of bullying? How could they have said that with those questionnaires on hand?
First of all, the committee never interviewed anyone directly. Those questionnaires were the only proof of anything. And the teacher of those boys was the one who collected them. Each time he came across any mention of bullying, he'd toss that questionnaire out. Also, he wouldn't get blamed in the end for ignoring the warning signs.
So then the committee was pointless.
A few students did speak up about the bullying online, but their posts weren't much to go on. Toshiro-kun's parents were completely caught off guard. His mother worked through the day, and his father lived all the way in Tokyo. That made it that much easier for the teacher to cover up all the evidence of bullying. He made that statement without even consulting the principal or the chairman. So, right before Mikoshiba-kun graduated, the committee presented their findings. That there was no evidence of bullying. The conclusion you've heard over and over.
What the hell?
In Japan, 300 children commit suicide every year, across all grades. Less than 3% are proven to be linked to bullying. Toshiro-kun's case ended up like that too. But Ehara-san wasn't satisfied with those findings. So he sued Seiryo High, demanding compensation for Toshiro-kun's death. As the trial dragged on, I was eventually called to the witness stand. Of course, my intention was to let everything I knew out into the open. But before that could happen, that damn teacher came with the school's attorney to see how I would testify.
They didn't want you making them look bad, huh?
Of course not. That's when I first learned what he did with those incriminating questionnaires. They had no choice but to reveal everything to me, to try and sway me to their side. I guess they were just that desperate. After all, I was the only adult who Toshiro-kun confided in. I don't think he'd spoken to his parents about it once. So yes, that's why there was never any objective evidence of bullying. It wasn't like I had a mind to record our conversations. And I hadn't personally witnessed it either. The school attorney saw fit to remind me that the law says innocent until proven guilty. And if I couldn't produce tangible evidence, then I shouldn't be accusing Mikoshiba-kun.
So it was witness tampering? That is, they coerced you into false testimony?
Yes.
Must have been incredibly hard on you.
What I should have done was told the truth regardless. But what else could I have really done for him? Some days I just don't know. As much as I've tried to convince myself I did everything I could for him, I can never fully believe it.
So what happened to the teacher who covered all this up?
He transferred to another school. To think he's still standing at a podium somewhere.
That's unfortunate.
Even so, I don't have the right to place the blame solely on him.
Maybe, but in that case, Mikoshiba's bullying of Toshiro, or those questionnaires getting discarded. Have you ever told anyone else?
No. I've been silent. Yagami-san, you know what? Back when I was a student in high school, I witnessed bullying firsthand. There was this kid. My classmates pushed him too far. And one day he just jumped off the roof.
Off the roof?
By some miracle, he survived the fall. And he's been in a coma for the last 13 years. Nobody knows if he'll ever wake up. His name is Mitsuru, and he may never open his eyes to the world again. His mom watches him, but she works full-time. She's a higher-up in the government.
I'm sorry to hear it.
The worst part is that his teacher knew. He even talked to the bullies about it. But all he said was, don't overdo it. But afterward, the public eviscerated him. He had to quit his teaching job. And yet, for poor Toshiro-kun, nobody was held responsible at all. And that includes me.
But if anyone was going to take responsibility for that, Mikoshiba should have been first in line. I'm sure Ihara-san must have thought the same thing.
You know what I wanted to be as a kid? I was so innocent, I wanted to be a teacher. And after Mitsuru-kun's tragedy, I felt practically obligated. And still, I just let history repeat itself.
suspicious. What the?
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございました。
Amasawa.
Yagami-san. Yes. Yes.
All right, let's go.
Am I just being paranoid? Something's definitely not right. Maybe I'm seeing things. Please. Huh?
Micah-chan!
Kasai-san! Let's, Huh?
were to guess...
Yeah. Hey!
It's you? Oh shit! Yagami!
Nope.
Hey! Huh?
Yeah. Nah.
Don't mess with me!
By the way,
Huh?
in other words,
You piece of shit! Bring it!
hey,
Don't mess with me! Uh-huh.
huh. What? By the way,
Who knows?
Excuse me. In other words... If I were to guess...
yeah.
Yes. Huh? Yes. Which means... yes. Yes.
I see. Hey.
That's,
What?
it can't be.
Hmm? Huh? Does that mean...
Yes. Yes.
But...
Yes.
I see.
It's all my fault. Yes.
Seriously?
That's, But... this is for Kotoko. Huh? No. That's, yes. Yagami-san. So, this is Itakura-san's apartment.
All right, Takanashi-san, we made it. There's the intercom.
Okay.
Who is it?
Kotoko? Can we talk?
Micah? Is that you? What are you doing here?
I came by because I wanted to apologize.
Just go home. I'm busy.
Kotoko, come on. Can you at least hear me out for 1 minute?
Just go away! Leave me alone!
Itakura-san, just a moment. It's very important. This is Kyoko Amasawa from the Mystery Research Club, by the way.
Amasawa? Mystery Club? What is this?
Takanashi-san's been working as a sugar baby for you. She says she won't quit until you return to school.
She's a what? For me? I don't understand what's going on.
Itakura-san, we know that your scholarship's about to be revoked over your absenteeism. Takanashi-san has been working as a sugar baby in hopes of covering your tuition.
What?
Even though she's just been through a very scary experience, she still says she refuses to quit.
Now, Kotoko...
Well, hang on. What have you done? And why would you do something like that for me?
Well, it's because I wasn't there for you when you needed me. Instead of being a friend, I practically sold you out to the committee.
So you started selling yourself to cover a stranger's tuition? Are you stupid? Why would you even think the school would accept your money?
Why do you call yourself a stranger? You're my best friend!
That's not my point. I mean, why would you go that far? Hello? You gonna give me a reason or what?
Kotoko, do you remember when you first saw me dance in junior high? You said something I'll never forget.
Huh? I what?
You told the shyest, most self-conscious girl on the planet exactly what she needed to hear to get her butt on stage. And it did the trick. I finally gained the courage to dance in front of an audience, and it was all because you had my back.
If anyone makes fun of you up there, I'll knock their teeth right out.
You told me that word for word.
Well, that was just...
You inspired me, Kotoko. You taught me what it was like to be brave and to have a friend. Yet, how did I repay you? I turned my back on you when you needed me the most. Even after you'd always been there. I was stupid. I was more concerned about looking good in front of the committee than sticking up for you. So, I left you to deal with your problems alone. I've been wanting to say I'm sorry, but I just couldn't find the words.
Seriously? You waited all this time? Just go home. I'm never going back to that school.
Hang on!
Itakura-san. Hello. I'm Yagami, outside counselor for the MRC.
Okay. So what?
Do you think you could reconsider that last part? She's not gonna quit being a sugar baby until you're back at Serio. But we stopped today, I don't think you want that kind of thing on your conscience.
Well, I guess that would suck. If something happened, I'd hate to live with that for the rest of my life. But there's just no way. I can't deal with the assholes in my class anymore. Makes me sick just thinking about it.
Is that a mystery you're reading? Are you a fan?
Yeah, I guess so. What of it?
Maybe you'd be interested in joining the Mystery Research Club.
Huh?
If being around your classmates would be too much, you could start by just showing up to the MRC after school. That should make it easier to work your way up to attending classes again. As for the chairman, I'll take care of that.
Now, let's dial this back a bit. Why should anyone have to go to school anyway? It's an institution to educate the uneducated, and that's all. To get people into a state where maybe they'll be of use to society. You lack intelligence and initiative. I don't. So I certainly...
School isn't everything. I mean, I never graduated high school, and I've made my way through things just fine.
See? Then what's the problem?
Well, hanging around the school, becoming a counselor, it's made me realize something, actually. I'm realizing that I might have become an adult without... how should I put it? Getting to enjoy being a kid.
Being a kid?
Yeah. Both Amasawa and all the rabbits. They're living their lives to the fullest with their friends. It makes me wish I'd had something like that. Itakura-san, why don't you just come check out the MRC? I wouldn't wish what I went through on anyone. If you come join us and still feel like dropping out afterwards, then I'll respect your decision and leave it at that.
Well, if it's such a big deal to you, I guess I ought to consider it.
And you'll come back?
Only after school. And only to the MRC. On the condition that I keep my scholarship.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. Yagami-san will work it out. After all, he's a lawyer. All right, Kotoko. Then I'll see you in school. Yes.
By the way,
Excuse me?
yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
For real? Really, guys? Kamisawa.
Yes.
Hmm? Does that mean...
That being said...
What?
Yes.
I see.
Yes. Yagami-san.
Does that mean...
If I were to guess...
Hmm?
Yes.
What was that? Unbelievable. Ah.
Yagami-san! Thank you very much! Yes. Got a song in mind?
Okay, let's go. Here goes nothing.
goes nothing.
Hey, we're looking good. Yagami-san.
Hmm? Hey. Hey.
Ah.
Hmm?
Kotoko.
Hey.
No.
Hey.
Oh.
What?
Itakura.
Not bad.
Hirakura-san.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yagami-san.
No way. Excuse me. Huh? Hey! What?
Yagami-san.
Amasawa. Yeah.
Well,
Gotcha. Excuse me.
what? Yagami-san. Yes. Huh? So...
Gotcha.
Yagami-san.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Thank you very much.
Hmm?
Yes.
Hmm? Does that mean...
Yes. Well...
What? Seriously?
That being said... No. Well... If I were to guess...
Hey.
No. Yes.
What was that? Seriously?
Yagami-san. Yes.
I see. Gotcha.
Please and thank you.
Hmm?
Huh?
Hmm? Either way.
Sure.
I see. Hmm?
Wait.
Huh. What? Who's a good boy? This way, huh? Doing great. Got something? Doing great. Hmm?
Oh.
Excuse me. What? I see. Hmm. Hmm? I believe in you, buddy. Got something? Doing great. Got something? Doing great. This way, huh? Doing great. Excuse me.
嘘。
Huh?
Hey. No way. Hey. In other words... No way. Excuse me.
お願いします。
Who's a good boy? Seriously?
Yagami-san!
Nope.
That can't be.
Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Does that mean...
I'm sorry.
いらっしゃいませ。
Starving. Now we're talking. Pretty tasty, thanks.
ありがとうございました。